Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today we're making a showstopper, a fragrant, flavorful beef biryani that's perfect for any occasion. From tender, slow-cooked beef to layers of spiced rice, we'll take you step by step to create this classic dish right in your own kitchen. So grab your spices and let's get cooking. Add 1.25 kilograms of beef into a large pan, pour in 2 liters of water, and bring it to a boil. While the beef is boiling, prepare 10 cloves of garlic. Slice about 30 grams of ginger and crush it slightly. And roughly slice 2 small onions. Once the beef starts boiling, you'll notice some brownish bubbles forming on top. Gently remove them with a spoon. These bubbles are impurities from the meat, and removing them will make the broth cleaner and give it a better flavor. Next, add the sliced garlic, crushed ginger, and onions into the pot along with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Continue to boil until all the water evaporates. Once done, the beef will be soft and tender. You'll be able to pull it apart easily by hand. Now let's prepare the masala. Start by arranging the whole spices on a plate. 3 inches of cinnamon stick, 2 black cardamoms, 7 cloves, 8 green cardamoms, 2 bay leaves, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and 1 star anise. Next, slice 800 grams of onions thinly, then slice 1 kilogram of tomatoes. We use this much because the tomatoes form the rich base of the masala, adding depth and balance to the spices. Slice 2 tablespoons of mint leaves and 2 tablespoons of coriander leaves and set them aside. To make the paste, add 12 cloves of garlic, 60 grams of ginger, and 4 tablespoons of water into a blender and blend until smooth. Midway through blending, add 7 bird's eye chilies. These will give the masala a natural heat and aroma without overpowering the flavor. In a pan, heat 1.5 cups of ghee, and fry 100 grams of the sliced onions until they turn slightly brown. Remove and set them aside for later use. In the same ghee, add all the prepared whole spices from the plate. Followed by the remaining 700 grams of onions, and fry until golden brown. Then add the blended paste and mix well. Next, add the tomatoes and cover the pan with a lid to let them soften. Keep stirring occasionally to prevent the tomatoes from burning. When the tomatoes have softened into a thick paste, add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 to 2 tablespoons of chili flakes, half a teaspoon of cumin seed powder, and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Mix everything well. Now lower the heat before adding 1 cup of yogurt. This prevents the yogurt from curdling and helps it blend smoothly into the masala. Once the yogurt is well mixed, return the heat to normal. Add the boiled beef and 1 cup of water. Stir and cover the pan to let the gravy thicken. To bring in a tangy, slightly sour flavor, add 14 dried plums, then add the star ingredient, 1.5 packets of biryani masala, and mix thoroughly. Finally, add the chopped coriander and mint leaves at the end to keep their freshness and aroma intact. Along with half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper to enhance the flavor and spice. Mix everything well, and our masala is ready. Next, let's prepare the rice. In a large pan, bring 5 liters of water to a boil. While waiting, prepare the aromatic spices on a plate. 2 bay leaves, 2 pieces of mace, 1 black cardamom, 5 green cardamoms, 4 bird's eye chilies, and 1 teaspoon of black cumin seeds, also known as shazira. Then slice 2 tablespoons of mint leaves and 2 tablespoons of coriander leaves and set them aside. Once the water starts boiling, add 3 tablespoons of salt and 1 kilogram of rice into the pot. Pour in a 1/4 cup of cooking oil. This helps prevent the rice grains from sticking together and keeps them fluffy. Add all the prepared spices along with the mint and coriander so that their aroma infuses into the rice as it cooks. Then add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. The vinegar helps prevent the rice from breaking, keeps it separate, and enhances its fragrance. Let the rice boil together with all these ingredients, allowing the rich aroma of the spices and herbs to blend into the grains. rice is about 80% cooked, check by gently pressing a grain between your fingers. It should break softly but not be fully tender. At this stage, strain the rice using a colander or a pan with holes to remove the excess water. And that's it. Our rice is perfectly cooked and ready for the final step, mixing everything together. Now it's time to bring everything together. Start by slicing 1 green chili, a few sprigs of mint, and some fresh coriander. Slice 1 lemon and remove the seeds. This prevents bitterness from seeping into the biryani. Next, thinly slice a few potatoes. These will form the base layer to protect the rice from burning and also add a soft, flavorful layer at the bottom. In a large pan or pot, arrange the potato slices evenly at the base. Then add a layer of cooked rice followed by a layer of the beef masala. Sprinkle some of the fried onions we set aside earlier, about half for now, then add a little coriander, mint, green chili, and lemon slices. Repeat the layering process again with rice, masala, fried onions, mint, coriander, chili, and lemon until all the ingredients are used, finishing with a layer of rice on top. Drizzle a bit of Cura water over the top. This gives the biryani its signature floral aroma. And add a few drops of yellow food coloring to give the rice a beautiful golden look that makes each layer stand out. Cover the pot tightly and cook on high heat for 5 minutes. Then reduce to low heat and let it steam for 20 minutes so all the flavors blend beautifully. Once done, gently fluff the rice, and your fragrant, flavorful beef biryani is ready to serve. And there you have it, a golden, aromatic, and absolutely delicious beef biryani.